Hey guys, I get this question a lot since I posted that video about the Fuji X-T1. And I really did want to make a follow-up video kind of talking about what I had said about not keeping that camera or it not being ready for what I needed, which at the time was to maybe replace my 5D3 for wedding work. And so I want to talk kind of back on that. I wasn't bashing in any way Fuji or that camera. That camera is incredible, and if I had the money, I would keep it as just my all-around camera that I would take on the fly, just so I don't have to take a bigger camera like my 5D. The images it produced were incredible. The features it had, I loved. I love the Wi-Fi. I love the lenses. I couldn't justify keeping it along with my other 5D bodies. So what did I do to replace that? And what would I recommend as a camera for those who just maybe want something to go out and take photos and put in your purse, put in your pocket, put in a jacket coat? And that would be the X100 for me. I've owned this camera once prior to the XT1, then I sold it, got the XT1, sold the XT1, and then went back to the X100 for just my all-around, all day, just throw it in my backpack, throw it in my pocket, whatever it might be, super light, and it is honestly the best camera that is this size, in my opinion. I haven't tried all the Sonys, and I haven't tried all, but I love this system. I love Fuji, so I wanted to kind of keep something from them, but a lot cheaper. So I don't have the X100S or the T, which is the newer one. This is just the X100. It was the first one they came out with, this retro body. But it's just like it's the coolest camera ever. The only couple downfalls to it, I would say, are the screen isn't the best quality. So sometimes I get a little discouraged when I take a photo and I look on the back and it's like, meh, doesn't look that good. But once you pop the RAW onto your computer, it blows your mind. It's so much better and it looks amazing. So you can pick these up for somewhere around $350 used on eBay. Maybe if you're lucky, you can find it locally on Craigslist or something. It's such a cheap camera, and the quality for that is it's mind-blowing. I've been recommending this camera to a lot of people who just want a better camera than their tiny little point and shoot. It has all auto functions for exposure, aperture, and ISO and so forth, and that's really all you need. To be honest, I shoot it in auto a lot just because it's convenient, and it usually picks a pretty good exposure. It has exposure compensation knobs, so you can always dial it down or dial it up a stop, half a stop, and so forth. But it usually does a really good job, and I don't have to go manual. And it's just a little slower in manual than I would be shooting manual on my 5D, where you got a bunch of dials and a bunch of things you're twisting. But it's just a cool camera. So if you're looking for a camera just for run and gun, this is such a cool camera. It's a little old now. If you have the money, go for the X100S, which is a little bit faster focusing and a couple more megapixels, I believe. But honestly, like, the reason I bought this is because it's cheap and I don't have to worry about, it falling. Let's say, it falls out of my backpack or it falls in the ground when you're hiking or something. I don't have to worry about like crying after I drop a $2,000 camera like the XT1 or something like that with a big lens on it. So this is a cool camera. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Like I said, eBay has them all day for super cheap, and these make amazing just run and gun photo cameras. And the cool thing too is it's practically silent. So if you're into street photography, also an amazing camera, and I'm sure you have heard about this camera if you're into street photography. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Definitely go to my Facebook, my Instagram, David James I. I post a lot of stuff on there. And if you're into woodworking, I also have a woodworking YouTube. I'll put that link below. It's kind of a new channel I'm doing. It's another passion of mine. I love woodworking. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, definitely check it out. Until next time, see you later.